This is Ardrossan, and we're going to pull off here and have a look at it, hopefully. This is the old highway, obviously, I think. Ardrossan is a town in the Australian state of South Australia, located on the eastern coast of the Yorke Peninsula, about 150 kilometres by road from the Adelaide city centre. It is notable for its deep water shipping port and its towering coastal cliffs of red clay. The Aboriginal Australian people, who are the traditional owners of the land on which Ardrossan was developed, were the Narungga people. The first British settlers after the British colonisation of South Australia were pastoralists who established sheep runs. Pastoral lease number 232, comprising 27 square miles, was taken up in 1852 by William Sharples. Stretching along the coastline, this was known as Parara, meaning middle in the Narungga language, with the homestead near Parara Landing, about 3 kilometres south of the present Ardrossan. Northward of Ardrossan are coastal springs named Tiddy, or Tiddy by the Narungga, being a scarce natural source of fresh water in this region. In 1859, partners Parker Bowman and Edmund Parnell took over the Parara leases. After these expired in 1865, the government moved toward establishing closer settlement and grain farming. The Hundred of Cunningham was proclaimed on the 19th of June 1873, comprising 134 square miles, and surveying commenced. The Hundred had 2 government-surveyed towns, namely Ardrossan, proclaimed on the 13th of November 1873, and Price, proclaimed 3rd of August 1882. Being at a site formerly known as Clay Gully, after a deep gully leading to its red clay coastal cliffs, the surveyed town of Ardrossan was named by Governor Ferguson after the Ardrossan seaport in Scotland, which shared similar geography, Ard meaning a height, and Ross meaning rock or headland. The site was largely chosen because of its potential for shipping infrastructure, allowing wheat farmers to ship their produce across the Gulf of St Vincent to Port Adelaide. The residents of the new township petitioned the government for a jetty in 1874. Completed in 1877, this was later extended to better accommodate the larger steamships and windjammers used to export grain overseas. By 1878, there were 6 houses, a post office, a flour mill, a Methodist church and a hotel. That same year, a public school opened, having 53 pupils. During the late 1800s and into early 20th century, the town expanded steadily due to income from the surrounding farms. As well, it became notable as the location of Clarence Smith's factory, where he manufactured the stump jump plough between 1880 and 1935. This South Australian invention was vital in opening mallee country throughout Australia to the plough. Although the surrounding grain farmers continued to prosper, there was little change in the size of the town during the early 1900s. After the Depression in the 1930s, the town and its businesses were largely stagnant until a large open-cut dolomite mine was opened by BHP in the 1950s for use at its Whyalla Steelworks on the Eyre Peninsula and Port Kembla in New South Wales. A new 1 kilometre long jetty was added, and at the same time construction was started with grain storage silos. The jetty currently services ships loading dolomite, grain and salt from solar salt pans at Price, located approximately 10 kilometres to the north. The wharf is located 1.5 kilometres south of the town jetty and can accommodate vessels of Handymax class. The coast and water bodies of Ardrossan bear populations of waterfowl, sea and shorebirds and support migratory waders during their summer visitations. Blue swimmer crabs are plentiful between September and April. South Australia's only recorded group stranding of sperm whales occurred on Parara Beach, about 4 kilometres south of Ardrossan, on the 8th of December 2014. 7 dead or dying whales were discovered stranded on the intertidal zone south of the BHP jetty. 6 of the whales were located in a loose group along the several hundred metres of shoreline, with another whale located further to the north. Windara Reef is, as of 2021, Australia's largest oyster reef restoration project and the largest outside of the United States. The name Windara refers to the Narungga name for the area where the reef is located. It is situated about 7 kilometres south of Ardrossan near Rogues Point at a depth of about 8 to 10 metres. Oyster reefs, mostly created by Australian flat oysters, once spread along 1,500 kilometres of coastline in South Australia, but by the 21st century there were none left. Since the British colonisation of South Australia, the waters have been subject to overfishing, and in particular dredging the seafloor, which destroys the oyster beds, water pollution and disease. The construction of the reef was completed in September 2018. More than 7 million juvenile Australian flat oysters were placed on the reef's foundation. Windara Reef is both a boost to ecotourism and to jobs through development of a new blue economy. However, commercial fishing, anchoring, spearfishing, and the removal of animals and plants such as crabs, oysters, sea urchins and seaweed from the reef are not allowed. Grain farming and pastoralism continue to be a mainstay of the local economy. Tourism plays an increasingly large part of Ardrossan's economy, with the town being a popular destination for Adelaide residents on weekends. While it lacks an attractive swimming beach, it is a popular location to catch fish and blue swimmer crabs, and the new Windara Reef is open to recreational fishers. The town's 2 jetties are also suitable for scuba diving, with easy entries and plenty of marine life to observe. The historic shipwreck of the Zanoni is located approximately 24 kilometres offshore and used to be a popular fishing location. This ship originally sank on the 11th of February 1867 and was discovered on the 17th of April 1983 after 116 years. It is one of the best preserved examples of 19th century merchant sailing vessels in Australia. However, a protected area was declared in May 1983, which included a radius of 500 metres around the Zanoni. After this, boating and diving activities in the area require a permit. In order to provide a recreational alternative, the then Department of Fisheries acquired a disused hopper barge from the Department of Marine and Harbours and scuttled it on the 11th of April 1984 in order to create a new artificial reef about 1 nautical mile south of the wreck of the Zanoni. The barge, known as the Number 5 barge, the Ardrossan barge, or the Zanoni barge, is now the only vessel within the Ardrossan ship's graveyard. I know we've already been around here once, but if we go to the right this time we should wind up down around about the boat harbour and the jetty, and hopefully there'll be a turnaround. Busy down here on the jetty. Okay. Seems like fishing is the name of the game. This area here is called Tiddy Beach. I suppose it's a break from all the cliffs that have been along the way. Looks as though there's actually a beach down there of some sort. There it is, going along right in front of us. So it just keeps happening. Retake it. I see. And I think we've come to the end of what we're looking for along here. And this road should take us back out to the main road again. Look at the lean on the trees up here. Does that tell you anything about the wind? Gee whiz, I haven't seen anything like that since about Geraldton days. They're all bent at the roots. If you enjoyed this video, you might like to check out this video, or maybe browse this playlist. There are now over 800 videos just like these on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when the next video is available. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment and feel free to share with your friends. Thanks for watching.